Hi, and welcome to Paper Crafting with Patty on a Joyful Journey. This is my first actual tutorial that I'm doing, so please be a little patient with me as I know nothing about editing, so this is going to be a one and done kind of thing. I'd like to share cards that I made. This is not my idea. I saw it on YouTube, Dawn Griffith. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But I have changed it to showcase the Fun Stamper Journeys papers, stamps, embellishments. I don't know what I was thinking when I chose this pad of paper. It's retired, so I thought, well, I better dig again. And many of you don't know this, but I am away from home. My job has taken me 6 weeks to North Carolina. I came home from convention, had a day to wash my laundry or do my laundry, and then I was back at the airport at dark 30 the next day to come here for 6 weeks. So I kind of just threw a mishmash of Fun Stamper Journeys goodies in my bag. I didn't even know what I had, what I didn't have. I had to run out to Michael's today and get some glue dots because I didn't have them. And then I look and I don't need them for the card that we're doing today. But you can never have too many glue dots, I guess. So the card that we're going to do is this one. It's from a brand new stamp set called Adventure Awaits. I am so excited that this new catalog has so many masculine opportunities for us. Richard has done an amazing job with that, and it's probably because he's a guy, so he thinks about these things, where most other companies seem to be run by women, and as much as we complain about not doing enough masculine cards, they don't give us enough masculine stuff to work with. But this new catalog has a whole section for dudes. And I love this one. I was able to get it at convention. It was part of a bundle. And in case you haven't seen the new way that they're coming packaged now, it's on a board. The stamps actually come on this acrylic sheet, and then we just pop them on this. And there's a new pocket-like system that Richard has introduced in this catalog that when I get home, mine will be there. But for now, put them back in here. Okay, so to get started, what do you need to make this awesome card? Well, you need a piece of white paper, 3 by 3 3/4. You need 2 white pieces that are 1 5/8 by 3. Then you need to choose your pattern paper because you need 2 1 7/8 by 3 1/4. You need the same 3 1/4 by 4. And be very careful, because the first time I cut these, I had this piece going this way, and this piece, the stripes were going that way, which I suppose it would have been okay if I weren't so persnickety about that kind of stuff. You also need a piece of white paper that's 3 1/2 by 8 1/2, and you're going to score it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. You also need that same paper that's 2 1/2 by 4. You need 2 of those, and 4 by 5 1/4. And the last piece that you need is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. This paper is part of the Adventure pack that's in the new catalog, and of course now I don't know where I put it. went out to church today and tried to put everything away so when they came in to clean, they wouldn't see my mess. But in doing that, I don't know where I put the paper pack. Okay, from that stamp set, I stamped the canoe, the oar, the boots, and the binoculars. And as you can see, when I did this the first time, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't even think about coloring it. But then I thought it would look much better colored, so I am going to show you what I did. I used pan pastels for that. I'm going to tip you down, and hopefully you don't get seasick. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so for the canoe, using, oh, the light is terrible. I don't know that that makes it any better. But this is a dark green, kind of like an olive. I don't know the Fun Stamper Journey colors yet, so bear with me. But just very lightly. Very quick and easy. And since I have to fussy cut this, I'm not worrying about going outside the lines. I wish this had a die set, or if I had the scan and cut, and I wouldn't complain so much. Also decided to give green paddles. Wipe that off. I'm going to bring out the brown. Coloring his boots. This part was the most persnickety, because it's little spots. And see, it doesn't take very much of the pan pastel at all to color. Now you'll notice, I mean, I really am not caring about going outside the lines because I'm going to have to cut them out. And through the magic of television, as they say, I was smart enough to do that. So now they're all cut out. I also took the brown, let's see that, and I edged around that. I did the same for the boots and the binoculars. I just wanted to give it a more finished edge. Okay, so on to the card. The card is best assembled flat. So I'm going to take this 3.5 by 8.5 piece. And this one gets folded mountain and valley. Of course, I don't know where my bone folder is either. Okay, but now that I have that folded, I'm going to unfold it again. All right. Take my Easy Glide. Love this stuff. Another thing I'm not good at is getting things straight, even if I measure. Don't need that anymore. Put these on. Of course, if I had been wise when I was doing this, I would have made sure that all of the stripes lined up like they're supposed to do when you sew. Oh well. Didn't happen this time. I'm gonna see about I don't know what that's. I know I'm going to have to work on the lighting. All right. For these, one of the panels I stamped Explore the Unseen. And I don't know where you're going to put it. I put it towards the bottom, and that is not straight, so I'm going to try this again. Okay, and I used hazelnut blend for that. And again, and attach the white panel. Love that paper is double-sided, so when we mess up, we can turn it over and do it again. Alright, I'm going to pop his boots up with the small foam squares. Kind of cock them a little bit. Trying to keep everything straight going across there. I'm not sure how good of a job I did. I forgot a stamp. Excuse my reach there. I found it best to stamp this first, and then we can work around the placement of the canoe. And I popped them up too. And one in the middle, because as Deb says, we don't want it to sag. And then one on each oar. Kind of made him go from corner to corner. And I'm just going to cross the oars. And two more of these for the binoculars. Then that part is done. Now for the main section, the bigger one, it's going to fold just the opposite. You're going to have your smaller end, and that makes a mountain and a valley. At first I was going to use this side of the paper, and then it kind of clashed, I thought, with the with the stripes. So I decided to go with this one. But I suppose either one would have been okay. This card, the hardest part about it is getting all of the cards cut apart. But let me tell you something. I used the Fun Stamper Journey trimmer. Oh my word, it goes through paper like butter. It was wonderful. I've never had a trimmer that showed paper who's boss more than this one did. Okay. So then what you're going to do is put adhesive on the small side, and I leave a gap here on this side, and you're just going to center it. And that's it. Back you out some. Pull you up a little bit. I think a guy would like getting a card like that. And then of course, changing up your paper and your stamps and your colors. Same card makes a female card. I didn't put anything in here, obviously, because it's blank. But I wanted to leave space for, you know, signatures, or if you wanted to write a note or whatever. So I am going to have these measurements up on my Facebook page later today. That's not going to be there right now. So check it out. Paper Crafting with Patty. Thank you so much. See you next time.